Hi, this is Dr. Eliana Aaron, Director of EMA Care. I hope everyone's doing well. Today is April 1st, and I just want to review some of the numbers today. I'll send out the charts as well, as I usually do. Today, the new cases in Israel went up to 6,092. I'm going to show you what that looks like right now on the chart. And as you can see here, this is where we are today. We had 734 new cases today, which is the most we've ever had in Israel. Like I said in the earlier tape, the earlier video, sorry, Israel has been ranked as the safest place in the world for coronavirus in terms of containment, and that's really saying a lot. So we are getting more cases. I think it's important to note that there's mass testing going on. We have, yesterday we tested 7,300 people, and by next week we should be up to 10,000 people a day, which relative to population here is the most tests per capita of any country in the world right now. So that's a very exciting thing, because the more people we can capture as far as knowing if they have it or they don't have it, the better off we all are. So right now, about approximately 10% of people who are being tested are tested positive, and that's consistent with 734 new cases, meaning we had about 7,300 new tests today. So, as far as that number, we expect that's going to keep going up as we keep testing. So I think it's really important to understand those numbers in terms of we're now widening the range of the testing. A lot of people have asked how that impacts them. I will answer that during my Q&A. Another interesting thing I'm gonna just share with you as well is the, again, projected versus actual. So as I said yesterday, Israel is we're multiplying our number every 5 days. We want to actually lengthen that as much as possible. At some point we were at 3 days, which is considered a real quick exponential growth, and we talked about that also yesterday when you saw the charts and the different angles of how it's growing. So when you look at this, and you look at our cases now, and this is now going on for a week, where we're really getting quite below what we thought was going to be the projected cases, which means that the interventions that we've had for the last 2 weeks are starting to have an impact. Now, it's important to understand that we're not out of the woods, and we cannot lower our guard, and we cannot relax. If anything, we have to increase our vigilance. But this is giving us a lot of hope that we are lowering the curve and we are keeping our country and our people safe. So that being said, I also want to just quickly show you the epidemiology curve so you can understand that there's ups and downs, and each time it goes a little higher. That's eventually going to flatten out, and eventually it is going to come down, and we want to keep it down. So very important to just keep in mind that these fluctuations happen, and they are going to continue happening. So that being said, I always like to compare to Switzerland, because Switzerland actually developed the virus a few days after Israel, and they were caught quite unawares, and they got a huge number of cases. They've been now closing their gap, and they're doing really well in terms of flattening their curve. I can even show you some of those numbers so that you can see that. But for example, they have currently 17,137 cases with only 532 cases. So we actually had more new cases than Switzerland today. So they're really, really flattening their curve, but they have many more people infected. They've had 461 deaths. Israel's had 26. So the numbers are significantly higher, and this is already a significant change, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. Okay, so here is Switzerland. going into today. So the projected growth is the orange, okay? And it even the projections have come down. Look at the sharp turn up they had when they were actually doubling their number every 2 or 3 days. It went very sharply up, and now they've pretty much, look at that nice flattened curve that they have going on. So we're looking to do that here in Israel. However, their numbers are significantly higher. So I just wanted you to see some of those visuals and to understand where we're coming from. I will post all the charts. I hope everyone stays well, stays safe, and stays home. Take care.